Hello everybody, DarkCrush67 here with another video for you guys. And today's video is actually going to be a response to PS360HD2's video on basically a rant about people ranting about the subbar still after 2 months. In PS3's video, he tells us that the community, at the beginning of his video, he talks about how the Storm 2 community that is in Generations went to shit. No. The Storm community did not completely go to shit. In fact, a lot of it immigrated to Generations. I, for one, came to Generations. Many others, Spyan, Spiral, Dandika, so many people. A lot of people on my list who had Storm 2 bought Generations to try it out. So again, that is a false statement. And he was also complaining, he wasn't complaining, he was saying that people are complaining about the spam in Storm 2, that there was an abundance amount of spam, and that people were forgetting. And I says, whoa, buddy. There was spam in Generations was nothing compared to the spam in Storm 2. Okay? Storm 2 spam only, like, okay, when it came to countering, being able to counter these particular spams, it was 10 times harder to spam to counter a spam in my opinion, in Generations, than it is in Storm 2. Reason being, Storm 2 there wasn't really much of a spam. It was basically the shuriken spam, right? Shuriken spam with sorcery, double balance, and what else? How about maybe I don't know, shuriken spam, which isn't avoidable at all, right, guys? I mean, dashing won't stop the shuriken spam at all. I mean, what kind of pathetic excuse is that? Know what I mean? So, anyways, the idea that I'm trying to get through is spam in Generation is much harder to deal with because it's actually spamming a jutsu. Because of your limits to sub, people can just waste for example, PTS 1010, people could just waste your subs and then start randomly spamming her U1, and that for you is unavoidable. Okay, maybe you have a Pain or Neji support, but that's only going to help you for 30 seconds, and if the person's smart, he'll pretend to use his jutsu, and while you waste your support, that's all over, and he'll just spam you with damage. Now, I'm not saying spam in Generations is unbeatable. Incorrect. Spam in Generations is very beatable. However, it is much harder to deal with than in Storm 2. So, honestly, in Storm 2, a lot of people thought sorcery was unbeatable. He was not. Far from. I've beaten many sorceries. I've beaten sorcery with Sai, I've beaten sorcery with Tsunade, with Pain, I've beaten sorcery with sorcery, and sorcery with Sage Mode. But sorcery was not unbeatable. He had many flaws in Storm 2. Just, he was very hard to beat because not many people knew how to beat him, which is okay. The new sub-bar, okay, is very flawed. It's probably the worst addition that they added to Generation. The worst one. And it's terrible because it limits your ability to play. Okay, it limits your ability to defend yourself in a sense. And when you limit someone's ability to do something, that's when you go to shambles. That's when you fail. Now, I'm not saying that the sub bar is like. I'm saying the sub bar is bad. They should have never added it. I don't know why CC2 ever thought about adding this. Storm 2 was a fantastic game. All they needed to do was fix a couple things, like the guard jumping. Okay, there was nothing really that hard to it's nothing really hard. Okay, it's just, it takes 2 seconds just to add the air dash, and the combo cancelling was also genius as well. But I don't understand why they added the sub bar. It's beyond me. But anyways, PS360 also said that there was barely any combat in Storm 2. And maybe by combat he meant, I think he meant combos? Is that what he meant? I knew many people that comboed in Storm 2. I was one of them. And a lot of them, as well as myself, played very legit. And we used characters with generic supports for the most part. For example, Spin 09, Spiral, Dandika, Zenkar, Conan, Quadruple Zero, Dark Sprit, Sujicorp. So many people used legit play and used combos versus people on rank. So I don't understand how there was no combat in Storm 2. There was no like subbing or regular playing, because Spin, okay, sorry about that, he has a whole walkthrough on all the way to max BP using combos, and his record at the end was pretty good. It was 2,500 wins and something like 500 losses. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's 4-1. Okay, then he goes and he says that Flyboy's video talks is a perfect example on how spam in Storm 2 was horrible. Alright, so basically the video is a Psy spammer, right? And the guy didn't have that many points. I mean, he didn't have max, and neither did Flyboy. I mean, Flyboy had a pretty legit team, and I will be honest with you, that Psy did not have a very difficult team to counter, in my opinion. I mean, the worst he could have done was Shuriken spam you. Run away for the whole game, okay, that's fine. That's why they invented the dash button. Like, really? That's like saying like Storm 2 should not exist, like should be completely thrown in the garbage because of data spammers. Data spammers are absolutely beatable. Even in Generations, they're very easily beaten. So don't freaking this guy, okay, perhaps it was Flyboy. Now, I'm not trash talking Flyboy or PS360's opinion or anything. However, Flyboy probably was not experienced enough to beat this type of spammer, and that's not his fault. He probably didn't train enough or something. But it doesn't matter. You live and learn, right? If you're willing, you live and learn. The biggest problem that Flyboy did in this video, that I saw multiple times, is he didn't even go close to the side player. He let the side player run away. And basically, all he did was jump guard, trying to get away from his shuriken, which won't get you to win in the end. So I don't see, with all due respect to Flyboy, he should really learn how to play before telling other people off, because that was very easy to beat in my opinion. Now, I don't mean any malice towards him, but that's just me, okay? Now back to PS360's rant about a rant. Stop complaining about other people's ability to sub. It brings you nowhere. At one point he says that just because people were better subbers than he was, he assumed that they had turbo controllers. No. Just because someone has a better subbing system or a better subbing ability than you means faster fingers, because in Storm 2 it took much more skill to sub than it does in Generations. So, excuse me. I mean, turbo controller? Really? Just because you can't sub as well as some people doesn't mean they had a turbo controller. I mean, I knew 3 people in all that had turbo controllers in Storm 2, and one of them was on Xbox, so I don't play Xbox, so I don't know what he did. And 2 of them, the other 2 never used it, because they said, one said, I only use it when I'm bored, and the other one said, why would I have to use it for? I have fun with just subbing by myself. I don't need to. I mean, that's a false assumption, a false statement. So yes, people are learning on how to so basically that's the end of his rant. And yes, at the end he is right. People are learning. People are complaining a lot about the sub bar, and they're not adapting, and that's their problem. If you are a person that's complaining about the sub bar still, you're kind of a little, okay, it's time to stop crying now and start playing the game. Learn how to adapt. Andika said it very well in his previous video titled Ignorance. He said, stop complaining, learn how to adapt, okay, and play, and stop, because there are ways, there's always a way to beat spam, there's always will be, always was, always will be. So, yes, people are learning on how to adapt, and for those who aren't, stop complaining. Sell Gen or spam CyberConnect 2 with feedback for Storm 3. Okay? That's it. Like, complaining at this point won't get you anywhere. Alright? So, just letting you guys know that, and that's pretty much it for my counter to my response to his rant. I mean, no malice intended, PS360 HD, but I've looked at your record on PS3, and you seem to like to rage quit quite a bit. I mean, I checked today and you had like 3 out of 10. And honestly, if there's one thing I don't particularly like, and I'm not assuming this, maybe you've had some trouble against spammers, and I heard also that you complain about data spam when it was very, very easy to beat in both games. Now, I'm not saying that you're a bad player, I'm just saying take your own advice, in a sense. Stop being a hypocrite because it's bad for your image. Okay, so I'm just trying to be friendly here and give you some friendly advice. Now, I don't intend any malice on anybody. And obviously, haters gonna hate, and that's just the way the world is. So yeah, shout out to PS360's video. Check it out. I'll leave it in the description if you like it. Enjoy the rest of my ranked battles, and if you have any questions, comments, and maybe an idea on what I should do my next video on, please post it in the description, in the comments below, so I can consider it. So that's it for my video today. Have yourselves a great week. Enjoy. That's about it. Take it easy, guys.
度胸ばかりじゃ俺を倒すことはできねえぜ。戦闘開始。手伝ってやる。手伝ってやるか。よっと。 ってやるか。こんなところか。こんなところ手伝ってやるか。手伝ってやるか。遅い。よっと。手伝ってやるか。カバルがいい。してやる。そこまで。俺も必死なんでね。ま、戦闘開始。救ってやる。救ってやろう。よしよしよし。やる。よし。準備がよし。救ってやろう。息を合わせて。準備が整った。やる。準備が整った。準備が整った。救ってやろう。そろそろいいか。こいつでパワフルダイナミックエントリー。あり。お前のおかげで非常